Welcome to the Indian National Finals After Hours. I am your host, Ryan Davis, joined up in the booth with the one and only JJ.
One and only. And where am I from?
You're from Walla Walla, Washington.
He said Oklahoma. He
I
said
was
Oklahoma.
setting you up, okay?
He said
No,
Oklahoma, and
JJ.
I literally sharted a little bit.
We could do this. We could do this in performance, but in here.
No, we're fighting. This is a fight. We're fighting. I'm not sure I'm ready to love you
I was
yet.
trying to set you up. We're trying to,
Choctaw
affiliation, a little storyline there.
You know what he's doing. No, it's good. It's been fun. Thanks for having me on the late night show. And we just going to kind of kick it off. Let's just, first of all, INFR, this is number 2 for you.
Correct.
This is my number 3. So really, I'm the old dog with a lot more experience. So by
12 months, yes.
Yeah. So first reactions to a second experience. What are you thinking this year?
That was low. First reaction to a second experience?
Yeah.
Love it, man. Your number 48, I think, has been the best.
More laid back?
Obviously.
You more laid back, you think?
Yeah, I feel like I am.
Yeah.
I feel like it's finally coming together. Last year, that first time being on, you're like, oh, man, do I belong down here? Like, am
Right. Yeah.
am I fitting the bill?
Yeah.
And that's a testament to you and the other 3 guys that get to work with every performance.
All those other 3
They
guys
get a
suck.
step.
They're terrible.
Oh, man.
It's all about us. We're carrying this whole thing
That's
by
right.
ourselves. Let's
Mm-hmm.
not sugarcoat it.
Sticking
They're terrible.
to it. No, man, but honestly, Ray Champ, Kyle Tom, Daryl, they've just
they were right.
brought
awesome.
me in.
You guys are you're a great announcing group because you're very unique.
Mm-hmm.
You're not one of you is the same, and even when you say the exact same sentence, you say it 2 different ways.
Right.
And it's kind of cool. I can tell who's talking. A lot of times I work with a lot of announcers, and when they're doubled ups, sometimes I don't really know exactly who said what.
Mm-hmm.
But with you guys, it's a delivery is very unique. You're not gonna mistake Ray Champ's energy. I mean, he just brings it through that microphone, and that's contagious. So here's the other question that's coming up. Luke Branquino is going to be added to the mix.
That's right.
How do you think that's going to play?
I think it's going to be great. You know
Luke very well? Do you know Luke?
I don't. I've never worked with him, but seeing how he works on TV, I think his style is going to fit in just fine. Like, I don't think he has any. Obviously, he has plenty of experience doing the media stuff and being a personality on TV after an outstanding career, right? But I think he's going to fit the mold of what Joe B has brought to the table, right? Like he knows these contestants. I know Luke's going to bring it. He's going to understand what's at stake. He's going to get to learn a lot about these contestants, which that's the exciting part for me, is that Luke Branquino may not know everybody, right? Obviously, he's going to know Synogen. He's going to know Rogers. He's going to know Big A, but it's cool because he's going to start to learn these big names that are up and coming. And when he's calling the NFR, he could say, hey, I saw this guy at the Indian National Finals rodeo.
You bet. That'd be great. So kicking off the late night show, first event, we want to talk about bareback riding?
Let's talk about the bareback riding.
Okay.
It's been outstanding thus far. The horses have been second to none. I think this pen of bareback horse is the best I've seen.
What's crazy is you've got a lot of guys that have crossed over from the Wrangler National Finals to the Indian National Finals, brought to you by Roper. So it's a cool crossover when you see those kinds of athletes at both events. I think that's going to up the game of a lot of guys, knowing that they're going to have to bear down and ride a little bit. A little more injuries.
Yeah.
A little more injuries this year than in past years. And, I don't know how to attribute that to anything except the guys are screwed down a little tighter. They're holding on that extra second just to try to complete the ride, try to get a score, try to be in the money. There's a lot of money at stake. So, and sometimes when you hang on just a little extra split second, it ends up a little bit catastrophic when you endo over their head. But what do you think tonight?
Connor Heinert, bareback riding all night long for this youngster. We had to wait a long time to talk to him after his ride, but
and this horse fires too.
Yes,
I mean just absolutely getting with it, and he gets a little out of sorts. Right there at the end, you can tell if it was a 9-second contest, it'd have been no bueno.
Right.
But the fact of the matter is, he stuck it in there for a good solid 7, and that last second was just please don't die.
Well, as we watch it back, though, JJ, you talked about how these guys are holding on for those extra seconds. Here, obviously, it pays off for Connor Heinert, but
he's just gripping. But you can see that head's going to popping,
yeah.
and I mean, it just things were coming loose. It was coming unwound, and
right.
Luckily, he tied it well enough at the beginning. It started real strong.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he rides that maintains that same those same licks that he was getting. I'm thinking that'd been an 85, 86 point.
Right. It just fell apart right at the very end when he started coming off the side. Yep. He was still 80.
And he was still 80 points. That goes to show you that the livestock that's here is just legit this year. I mean, there's some buckers, and I think that's great. And you know what's funny is we got 7 performances, right, for the and then 2 other different ones, or maybe it's 8. I don't know. We have so many of them that run together for me, but every performance has had this level of stock.
Right.
Every performance has had this level.
Right.
So there isn't like you go to the Wrangler National Finals. There's an eliminator pin.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think every dang day for us is an eliminator pin here. So it's been good. It's been exciting, and congratulations to him. What a win.
Let's look at the bareback riding leaderboard. Top 3. Bottom of the 3 is going to be Clay Ramon with a 68-point ride. Curly Twig coming in the silver place spot with a 76. And Connor Heinert, the man of the night, 80 points strong, barely hanging on. Kind of got rough towards the end, but he was still 80 points through the end of it.
Speaking of showing out, I bet the Bulldoggers.
Yeah,
Bulldogger today ripped his shirt off just for the fans. Ripped his shirt off. Now you don't get that at any rodeo. I mean, tore it clean off like sexy Sally. It was pretty neat.
Jay Mini Gray Horses was the tail of the tape tonight in the steer wrestling. 4.8 something. Had the chance to talk to him. Slides down perfectly, shapes him up. These steers are taking the throw perfectly. 4.88. JJ, what were you seeing on the ground here?
I believe I was up in the crowd staring at somebody else at that particular moment.
Were you're getting ready for a sing-along. Palomino horse sets him up perfectly, puts him right in the hole. He almost stumbled when he was sliding that steer, but he gets back to his feet, shapes him perfectly, hooks the nose, lays it down to a 4.88 seconds. As we take a look at the top 5 in the steer wrestling tonight, Shane Daychief, 11-78. For the number 5 spot, Derek Azure, 8.76. Bodie Wallen in the 3rd place spot with a 6.15. Tyson Sosi, 5-49, good enough for number 2. But the win in the first half of go-round number 3 is going to go to Jay Mini Gray Horses with a 4.88 second run. Let's roll the Breakaway Open, JJ. Breakaway Open tonight. The Breakaway Open all week has been second to none. You got D-Lo show down here, and I think that kind of lights a fire underneath all these contestants.
She's fun. I actually love Breakaway Open. And I do. I'll be very honest, as an entertainer, as a clown, right? It's something that it happens really fast. If you got a great group of breakaway ropers, and I mean a great group that understands that it is a production, they will actually, I mean, the pacing is so quick. Obviously, it takes just a few seconds, follow their calf out, keep things moving, go real fast. That's a very quick event, and I think the crowd is starting to really enjoy it. I think they're really starting to realize that this event is fast-paced, moving quick, and it's fun when the girls when they come out and you see one whack one down in 1.9, and the next girl is 1.85 or something.
Yep.
Those kinds of intense runs, I mean, it lights a fire in the building. Not literally, but I mean, it does. It just starts. I mean, it starts just heating up in that building.
It's cool how they push each other. Speaking of heating up, I want to look at the winner in the Breakaway Open tonight, Kylie Jawashiki.
Bam! Look at that.
You talk about fast, 2.09. I had the opportunity to talk with her. She's just been focusing on putting together solid runs, especially with the level of competition that's here. She knows the calves give her the opportunity to be quick. And Kylie Jawashiki.
She two-swing that? Was that just two swings?
She did.
Holy cow. Whop, whop, bang. I mean, one, two,
yep.
Firing.
Exactly.
I don't think I can do anything in my life that fast.
No, and she was pushing the barrier there, too, every inch of that.
Yeah.
Perfectly done. Kylie Jawashiki, the winner for the night. As we look at our top 5 in the Breakaway Open, Fallon Doka is going to come in the 5th place spot with a 3.25 second run. PJ Fox, 3-24. Chelsea Gibson, 2.87, good enough for number 3. Caden Jody, 2.68. And Kylie Jawashiki, 2.09 seconds for the win. Now we move on to the bronc riding. Back to the bucking horse event. We talked about
Cole Elsher's my hero.
Yes, exactly.
Did you watch his Casey Tibbs deal?
I did.
That thing was neat.
I watched the original Born to Buck, too.
You did?
Yeah.
I don't know why that little dude's not on Yellowstone. I like Jimmy. Get rid of Jimmy. Bring in Cole.
I agree.
Right? He should be on Yellowstone. He's just a. You look at that dude and he looks like some kind of just American cowboy, and I love that. But boy, he rides good, and the thing about him is basically a major league pitcher that's right-handed having to throw with his left hand.
Right.
With his elbow injury, he's riding with the wrong hand. It's all out of balance. It's all out of whack, and he's kind of had hell for a little while, and now all of a sudden he's dialed back in, and I think it's just sheer grit and determination. I mean, you can watch the replay of it, man. When he starts out, it feels like it's going to go sideways. Watch him. See, you can see the brace on that one. Feels like it's going to be a recap. He gets thrown over with that brace, and then all of a sudden he just gets mad. Says, you know what? These feet are here to do some business, and he goes to going at it. And, I mean, it's like he could have rode that horse for 3 hours and 35 minutes. He was not coming off of that gray horse. And then it's fun to watch him get fired up, get excited. And when I say get excited, too, like he's so unassuming and polite and quiet that his way of getting jacked up and excited, like he'd been drinking Mountain Dew for 8 hours, is this right here. He just winds those feet up and goes like go gadget, and I love to watch him ride. I love to watch him just be in the arena, and I just wish him nothing but success. You know, I know he didn't have the best first horse, getting bucked down, so it was awesome that he came back so solid, and I'm proud of him to get the win.
Yeah, it's cool to watch him shake the injury and. With his offhand, still just taking charge of everything. He's back in the game. Top 5, Alan Cole Gobert on a re-ride, 58 points for the 5th place spot. Caden Blackman, 66 for number 4, tying with Philip Whiteman. Smiley, as you all know him, 66 points strong, splitting 3 and 4. Justin Whiteman, Philip's brother, 68 points strong for number 2. Cole Elsher was at the top when it was all said and done, 82 points. Tight Under Open is where we went after the Bronx. Got to see Corbin Fisher come out and absolutely hammer one in 8 and 83. It's cool because his little brother got to go before him.
Oh, yeah.
And there was a little bit of sibling rivalry there. Kind of lit a fire underneath Corbin Fisher's hat. Let's watch it back. Yeah.
Check it out.
His little brother got one roped a little quicker, but Corbin's ground game.
He got out, didn't he? Boy, he was perfect on that barrier.
The experience.
Boom, boom, whack.
Once we get him flanked. Was outstanding.
I like when they hustle back to the horse, too.
And I love the name of this horse, JJ. Moondog.
Moondog?
Moondog. That's what they call his
drinking
horse.
Involved when they name that one. Moondog.
I don't know what it says on paper, but a lot of these guys, they take the name on paper, they shorten it, come up with a cool nickname, but I don't know. I'm willing to put my money that knowing Corbin, on paper, this horse's name is Moondog all day long.
Moondog.
Tight Under Open, Corbin Fisher, the big man tonight. Let's look at the tight under opening top 5. The legendary Blair Burke, rounding up the number 5 spot with a 9.74 second run. Hayo Yazi, 9 and 61. RJ Straw for number 3 with a 9.48 second run. Nolan Conway striking fire this year in the 2024 INFR after a tough go last year with a 9.08 second run. Corbin Fisher and Moondog, 8.83 seconds. Team roping, the team event tonight. Ty Romo. James R. Viso. Names I've been waiting to say
Smoked it.
all
they did great.
Week long. I got to talk to him after their successful run. But first, we got to witness a run you all are watching right here.
Look at me. Is that me over there in the corner?
Yeah. Aren't you supposed to be working? Who are you visiting with?
I am working.
Oh, you're talking to Clay.
See that? Run that back a little bit. See, look at me over there.
What are you guys talking about?
That's
Do you remember?
And Clay Gardepy. Top 5 photographer of the year. Go run that back. That's a very important moment. That moment right there set up this moment right here.
Heel shot.
See?
Hammer time.
No one cares about the roping. Look, it's all about see the Clay on the back. There I am right there talking to Clay. Look at us. Look at us back there. Thanks, Logan, for freezing that. That is serious business. That is where business is conducted in the rodeo arena right there.
Yeah, that's magical. I'm glad you guys got to experience a moment like that.
Well, and the guys rope good too.
Yeah.
Good job, guys.
Oh yeah.
No, I'm happy for Ty and James.
Yep.
They needed a win.
They did big time,
and I think that's going to jump them back into elevating them to.
Team roping top 5 going to go like this: Waters and Garcia 10.78 seconds. Tom and Yazzie 10-10 for the number 4 spot. Proctor and Passmore, 9-46 for number 3. In the second spot, Big A and Nez, 4.60 seconds. But the win, 4.39 seconds, goes to James Arviso and Ty Romo. All right, JJ, you get to roll a barrel out for one event.
That's right.
Every night.
Bull riding, baby. Frosting on our cupcake. And we've had amazing attempted bull rides. But it just tonight it wasn't going to happen, man. The Bulls came, pitched the shutout, and I know it's discouraging for the bull riders and sometimes the fans that, how come these guys don't ride? But you got to understand the level of bovine athlete that they're bringing to the national finals it's not a normal rodeo. This is everybody's best of the best. So don't hate on these bull riders. They're trying their guts out. They're putting everything on the line. Heck, we're our bullfighter team. I mean, Riley Dodging Horse, Jake Fox, and the wild Chris Buffalo. Those guys they're getting beat up. Yeah. Protecting Cowboys, trying to keep this thing rolling, and I'm telling you, it's physical. It's a very physical bull riding, more so than others. And I'm proud of my trio of bullfighters, and I'm proud of the effort coming from the bull riders. We didn't get nothing done tonight, and that's bull riding. That's the way it shakes out sometimes. But I tell you what, it's a lot like we were talking with Cole. They're going to come back with a vengeance. They're going to come back with a little chip on their shoulder, a little bit of anger, and they're going to say, you know what, I'm going to bear down, ride one. And when that kind of attitude meets a bull that just doesn't think anything can ride it, that's when you're going to see that 90-point ride that we've still been hunting for from these stingy judges. Loosen up, boys. Give us a 90.
I think it's still coming. With the bulls that we have out throughout the week, you talk about the stock contract. We highlighted them.
Yeah.
How
cool was the opening too? I mean, it
was awesome.
It's fun to have, and you did a good job with that. I hate to compliment you because I don't really like you, but I do love the way Kurt Blake does a great job of trying to tell a story in his openings. And from him, we had Richard Jones, Brad Narducci came. Dean Holeon's done a fantastic
and I don't want to take anything away from that because Dean's been absolutely crushing it.
He has crushed it. And, and Brad's phenomenal, top 5 music director. I mean, it's great to have him. And having those 3 put the opening together, you can tell. And it didn't go smooth. We had a few little audio things. So y'all can just, But I'm telling you, you knew the story. You knew the direction they were wanting to take it. And I look forward to 2 more evenings of Kurt's production value. It's fun. My favorite is the Indian dancing night. It just is. I love it. I mean, I know I'm white as the inside of an apple, but I'm telling you, I grew up right up on the Colville Indian Reservation and got to go to powwows as a kid, and I am so drawn to that. Omak, Washington, I still work that rodeo. I go over after the rodeo and watch 2 hours of dancing and drag my family to it, even when they're tired. And by the time we get over there, they start feeling the energy and the screaming and the drums. Oh my God, the drums. I love that. We're going to get that in some openings. It's just, there's nothing like it.
Right. And that's what I love about having you down here at the INFR is that you have a true appreciation for Indian culture.
Oh, yeah.
And you don't come down here and say, hey, this is the way I do every rodeo. I'm going to stick to this game plan. I'm going to do this. One thing I really respect about you, JJ, honestly, and I don't want to compliment you either.
People are going to think we're in love.
Yeah, I know.
Here, why don't you come over and sit over here, buddy?
Right here, I got you a spot warmed up.
You just stay there. Yeah. Stay there.
But no, JJ, honestly, I love how you bring something new to the table every performance, and you're starting to pick up on the Indian on the Indian lingo. Like
a little bit.
Uncle JJ.
Uncle JJ.
Where's the aunties at?
Where's the aunties? You bet.
I know you're still fresh here. We don't have a fry bread stand for those of you watching. Fry bread vendors,
I've mentioned
make your way to Vegas
every single year, 3 years. But what was great is the people that came all the way from Montana and at a family cookout had made fry bread and literally bundled up 5 pieces of fry bread and brought it to me. So we got to sell it here, though.
Yeah.
I don't know who we talk to there, like food and beverage or who it is, but I guarantee you, man, we got to get it. I talked to Martina Realbird about it. I said, Martina, you can make fry bread, set up a booth. She was being lazy. You were being lazy, Martina. But I'm telling you, we do. That's the one thing we need.
I want to make a phone call after this finals because my Aunt Kitty up in South Dakota makes the best.
Hear that?
Best of the best.
Kitty
the
getting
best
a plug.
Fry bread of all time. JJ, yeah. I'm a little hurt.
I'm sorry.
When that fry bread come out, I felt like I was one of the people watching Jesus up on the hill, and I didn't get a piece of bread, didn't get a fish. Nothing.
You didn't get one?
No. And you even said so.
Yeah, that's true. Well, it's because I only had 4 of them, and I gave Daryl was dang sure going to get one. You know, Daryl. So,
oh, man.
No, I didn't get one either. It makes you feel better. It was kind of just fun. But
you got to give them first.
Yeah. Reality, though, we're going to get some fry bread next year.
We out here.
If you're watching this now and you have a chance to get here, make sure you watch these because the openings, the rodeo, the production, everything gets a little bit tighter, a little bit faster, a little bit fuller. The energy in here gets crazy. The party crowd started earlier though. I mean, tonight this wasn't just friends and family night. Right. This was party. We're going to have some fun night. And so I don't. Friday and Saturday going to be pandemonium in here. And I think that's awesome. I think the South Point that was their goal for us.
Yeah,
was to host, give us a place that we can absolutely all come together, share in this Indian culture you were just talking about, and enjoy the sport that we love, and do it all under one roof. I mean, there is no better place in Las Vegas to do this than Michael Gaughan's South Point.
Right. We haven't even set up our top 15 or top 16 yet for Saturday night. Like, that isn't set in stone yet. Yeah. There's still so much time. So if you can get here Friday, I encourage you to come down Friday. It's not only about Saturday. Friday night's going to be just as special. JJ, you talked about it. Thank you so much, man, for being on. It's been a pleasure having you.
You're crushing it, man.
I've been
Keep it up.
In working with you.
You're easy to work with, dude.
Appreciate
You're doing a great job. You, Kyle, Daryl. He's tough. But gosh, we'll try to get by.
Appreciate you. This has been the INFR After Hours. Go round number 3. First half is knocked down. JJ Harrison, it's been a pleasure having you.
You bet, man.
Indian country. Stay classy. JJ, tell them we need fry bread.
Fry bread.
Fry
bread.
Fry bread. Stay classy, Indian country. We'll see you tomorrow night.